Hey everyone, it's Joy here with another lawnfawn video, and today I created a husband-approved masculine Valentine's Day card. Now, the products that I'm using, this is the lacy rectangle stackable. I die cut that from the textured dot cardstock neutrals, so I use the white. Then I die cut the quilted heart backdrop portrait from the woodgrain cardstock in light brown. Then we have the little letters dies. I die cut that from that same textured dot cardstock. And then those cute little letters that I die cut is from the sweater weather paper pad. And that little letter goes with the little letter dies. And then you have this cute pin that I die cut from metallic holographic 2.0 and some of that wood grain cardstock. And then I used Oliver's stitched ABCs for the sentiment, and I die cut that from chili pepper cardstock. Then we have this super cute sentiment that I'm going to be using that says, I love you, and that is from the Sweet Strawberries stamp set. So on that little patterned paper here, this is that cute little note paper with the red stripe down the side, the blue lines, just the textbook little paper. That again is from the sweater weather paper, and I just used the coordinating die, or excuse me, the little letter die to die cut that out. Then I am folding my little envelope here on all of the score lines. This is going to be a closed envelope. I do want to add a heart to it, so I want this to be closed. I'm adding some adhesive on the inside of that, and then I can just fold this in and everything is going to stay closed and nice and neat. And then I have a cute little heart from that little letter dies, and I die cut that from that light brown wood grain cardstock. Here are those letters from the Oliver's stitched ABCs. I have die cut the Be Mine sentiment, so I'm spelling that out. I've die cut each letter 3 times because I want my sentiment to have some dimension. So I'm going to glue all 3 of those letters together with liquid glue, and then we're going to have this good chunky sentiment. You could add some foam adhesive behind it, but with smaller letter dies, I like to layer them, or thin sentiments, I like to layer multiple layers of those. Then we have that quilted heart backdrop. Again, I die cut that from the light brown wood grain cardstock. Because this is a masculine feeling card, bringing something like wood grain in definitely gives you that feeling. Even though this has hearts and a little bit of lace, it still lends itself to a masculine card. I did adhere that to a piece of white cardstock because I wanted the hearts to be white in the background. Then I'm adding some foam adhesive to that lacy rectangle stackables die, and I'm going to center that in there. Then I want to line up my sentiment first before I glue everything together. My envelope is going to have some foam adhesive behind it. I will adhere both of my little letters together. And then I laid out my sentiment, and I can start lining that up. The good thing about the way this is lined up is that the top and bottom already have straight lines on my rectangle die, so I can just line up my sentiments with that, just trying to make sure that they're centered enough in that rectangle die. I'm going to start with the eye, get that in place, and then I will do the other letters next to it, trying to keep a nice good spacing, just using some reverse tweezers and liquid glue. It's going to hold nicely. I love this pop of red against the white and this wood colored cardstock. I think it looks so pretty. It's kind of, you know, a craft color. I just love how that turned out. Then I'm going to add this envelope. I do want it to hang off just a little bit, and then we can add the letters. They do need a little bit of foam adhesive. I'm using a really low profile foam adhesive. It's about 1 millimeter. I'm going to add a little bit of liquid glue so it can be adhered to the envelope as well. And I'm going to put that in place as soon as I remember to take the release paper off of my foam adhesive. I'm like, why is this not sticking? And then we can just pop that right in the center. I'm going to add the wood grain pieces to this holographic pin. I think this little pin is so darling. I mean, it's just the cutest thing, and it has all this beautiful detail on it. Then I die cut some more hearts. There's 2 sizes of hearts in that little letter dies, and so I'm going to use one of the larger ones, and then the smaller one, I'm going to pop one of those up with some foam adhesive and just layer that a little bit on top of that larger heart. I want to add another one on the sentiment at the bottom, and then I'm going to add my pin, and I do add one more heart here in just a minute. And I'm going to add the pin to the bottom of the envelope and the letters there, and I just think it's so cute. It totally finishes off that little centerpiece in the middle of the card. And then let's add this final heart, and this will be adhered to a white A2 size card base. And let's take a look at this up close. I love all of the texture on the backgrounds. Of course, that little letter die is so cute. I just think this is such a fun little Valentine's card. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you enjoyed this project.